Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of The Purpose Experience. Come on, say it with me. Today is another day to live out my purpose and to give it 120%. Come on, say it again. Today is another day to live out my purpose and to give it 120%. I pray that you are feeling amazing today on this terrific, thriving, tremendous Thursday and that you got some good rest. It's Thursday, so you ought to have tackled a lot during this week, and we're just going to keep doing that. Go ahead, write it in the chat. What are you grateful for today? Remember, we always express our gratitude. Well, how do you feel blessed? What are you thankful for? And how can we keep that going, right? Oh, goodness gracious. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And I'm trying to think. Oh, so I didn't find a scripture for today, but instead I found this pretty cool quote. How cool is it that the same God who created mountains and oceans and galaxies looked at you and thought the world needed one of you too? Oh, hold on now, because I don't think you let that sink in. Let's say it one more time. How cool is it that the same God who created mountains and oceans and galaxies looked at you, and thought the world needed one of you too? Now, ain't that awesome? Ain't that awesome? Good morning, Miss Lashia. So what we're going to do today is called You Go Girl, and it is a self-inventory. We have done a lot of work this week. We started off making lists to ensure that we were accomplishing tasks and goals and executing on our intentions. So today, on our last day together, I want to cheer you on. I want to say, you go, girl. You did that, right? But actually, you're going to help as well. So if you have a pen or paper, get that out. If you have the note section in your phone, get that out. Or if you just want to write the answers in the chat or say them aloud, that is cool as well. We're going to do a You Go Girl self-inventory. And this really speaks to affirming ourselves. It's kind of us reviewing and me showing you how to affirm yourself, how to check in the grateful moments, and how to have like a guided reflection. These are the questions you can ask yourself to really sit versus when you beat yourself up due to not getting something done. And I had to do some work yesterday with some people because they were so focused on the tasks that they didn't complete, that they didn't take time to celebrate all the things that they did. It was like they just skated right over those and said, oh, I didn't do this, so it was just horrible. No, let's reflect and focus in on those things that you are executing and doing well. So again, either get your pen and paper, the notepad in your phone. You can write the answers in the chat or say them aloud to yourself. So our first one is, think of 3 things you love about yourself. 3 things you love about yourself. And while you're thinking about that, I'll tell you mine. The first thing I love about myself is my energy level. A lot of people always say that I kind of light up a room and I bring the energy and excitement. So I love that about myself. I also love my determination and how sometimes I have ideas come to me and I think, oh goodness, how am I going to accomplish that? But I still try to go off of it. And I love third about myself, my ability to reflect and see, okay, Levante, where can you do better? Where can you improve? So either write in the chat or write it in your journal. Think of 3 things you love about you. 3 things Miss Wendy loves about herself, Miss Lashia loves about herself. Go ahead and tackle those. And if you want, because if you're like, oh goodness, she's moving too fast, just write down kind of what the prompt was. Our next one says, 3 good things. Every night, just before you go to bed, sit down for a while and look back at your day. Think of 3 things that went well during the day and write them down. So since we're just getting up, we can just reflect on yesterday. What are 3 things that went well for you during the day yesterday? And again, remember, at times we kind of skate past all of this and ignore. So, let me tell you guys mine. Yesterday, I got a very exciting phone call offering my first chance, the business's first chance to go into a school. We gained a contract with a school to offer therapy to the students. It is literally one of my day one dreams, and I am so excited. So that is definitely one thing that went well yesterday. So again, you're going to write 3 things that went well for you yesterday. I also made it to the gym. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but they're called crawl outs. So you like bend over and you crawl out on your hands so that you're almost in a plank position, and then you crawl back to lift yourself up. And the trainer informed me that I will be doing 50 of those. And I informed him that maybe I'm not in the mood for that today. But I was very proud of myself because I did accomplish all 50. So that went well yesterday. And then another thing that went well yesterday, let me think, was just my work one-on-one in my sessions and assisting clients and having breakthroughs. So that was awesome. So what are 3 things that went well for you yesterday? And remember, each day we want to take the time at the end of the day to just think back on what are 3 things that went well and not kind of just skate over the fact of the things that went wrong. Thank you so much, Miss Wendy. I know it's so exciting. I am just in awe during this season because I told you guys I was terrified because I'm leaving that job, but the doors that are opening, and I really think it comes from the blessings come from me fighting every day to do my best to pour into others, to share the gospel, to just stay positive, to walk in my purpose, to do my task list. I don't know why it's all lining up, and I don't know why it's me that's being blessed, but I'm praying that you are seeing those same blessings in your life, because truly, in our purpose experience, you all are just wonderful, amazing people. So I know the blessings, if they haven't come yet, they are sure enough on their way, and you gonna fall out on the floor when they hit you. Let's go to our next ones. Let's go to three things that made me smile lately, right? 3 things that made me smile lately. So that could have been in the past week, in the past month. Because again, sometimes we get so tied down by kind of things that make us sad, or, you know, the stress of the day, that we don't think of the things that made us smile lately. So yesterday, remember I told you guys Zion has been playing basketball and they've just been losing. Well, yesterday they won their first basketball game. So that definitely made me smile. And while I was there, I saw one of my old trainers and that made me smile. And to Zion's little puppy was there. And y'all, I don't even fool with dogs, but that dog was so sweet and it made me smile. I even took a picture with the dog. It was so sweet and that made me smile. So just these little things that bring joy, we have to honor those and acknowledge those in the moment. And the last thing we want to think about, hold on, one more. I'm blessed to have, and Miss Wendy and Miss LaShia always talk about this. They clearly are each other's ride or die, and they team up and talk. I'm blessed to have some of the most understanding and supportive people in my life. So there, you want to think about how your supports and reflect on how your supports, that sisterhood, that brotherhood, how it's shown up for you throughout the day, throughout the week, and just acknowledge and honor that, right? And because at times we look in our circles, you're like, this person done did me wrong, and this person ain't treat me right, and this person ain't show up for me. But let's take the time to acknowledge our support systems and how they showed up for us this week. So again, this was just a you go girl moment, a self-reflection, so that you can take in all the positive you did, all those great things about yourself, your support network, the things that made you smile. And so you can set this Thursday on fire, going into it, knowing that you are walking in your purpose, accomplishing those goals, and acknowledges all the positive and happy moments that are happening in your life. I love you guys. Share this out so some other people can have moments of reflections. And I had an idea, and I'm pretty excited. I got to figure it all out. But I say, since next week is going to be our last week together until, what is it? Hold on. Until September, it's going to be our last week. We ought to celebrate. We ought to have some giveaways and some pop quizzes, and we're just gonna have fun. So don't forget to join. Thank you, Miss Lashia. Don't forget to join next week at 7 a.m. because you never know what I'm gonna give away. Have an awesome Thursday. Love you guys. Bye-bye.